Thank you. The AUHSD reconvenes our meeting at 6:01 p.m. We're going to go ahead and begin with our Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone can please stand if you're able. Raise your right hand. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will begin our meeting with a moment of silence. This month, as we prepare for the 2026 through 2027 school year, let us reflect on the dedication and hard work taking place throughout our district. Registration is about to begin. Construction projects are underway at several school sites. Our student athletes are already training for the upcoming season. Our classrooms are being prepared. And our teachers, administrators, and parents are planning for a successful year of learning and growth. Let us also recognize our community schools and FACES teams, along with our community partners who work year-round to support our students and families by connecting them with valuable resources and services, helping to ensure every student has the support they need to succeed. As we look ahead to a new school year filled with opportunity, may we remain committed to working together to create a welcoming schools, strong partnerships, and opportunities for every student. So if you may please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. We will now have our closed session report by our trustee, Anne-Marie Randall Trejo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Item 4.1, no reportable action taken regarding public employee performance evaluation superintendent. 4.2, no reportable action taken regarding personnel. 4.3, the Board of Trustees by a vote of 5-0 approve the settlement agreement in OAH case number 20260200742, resolving all issues in the student's due process complaint by amending the IEP and providing compensatory. Thank you. Education and other reimbursements. Item 4.4, no reportable action taken regarding negotiations. 4.5, no reportable action taken regarding personnel. And 4.6, the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to make the following appointments effective July 10th, 2026. And we have some folks here, so I'll read the name off and we can do a woohoo, and then we'll ask you to come up, Board President will ask you to come up and give a little speech. All right. Ada De La Torre, Assistant Principal, Ball Junior High School. Martin Calderon, Assistant Principal, Loera High School. Jacqueline Rodella, Assistant Principal, Anaheim High School. Gina White, Assistant Principal, Orangeview Western, 712 School. And we have Veronica Kahili, Assistant Principal at Anaheim High School. And I'm a little partial to this name. Anne-Marie Bernhard, Assistant Principal, Cypress High School. And the Board of Trustees unanimously voted to make the following transfers effective July 10th, 2026. Angel Acosta, Assistant Principal, Magnolia High School. Daniel Arredondo, Assistant Principal, Dale Junior High School. Kyle Hendrickson, Assistant Principal, Kennedy High School. Eric Tenorio, Assistant Principal, Anaheim High School. Melissa Naudine, Assistant Principal, Orange View Western 712 School. Kwok Win, Assistant Principal, Cypress High School. Guadalupe Serrano, Assistant Principal, Catella High School. And last but not least, Todd Swans, Assistant Principal, Lexington Junior High School. That ends my report. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. We take this time to call up some of our administrators that are here to say a few words. So I'm going to start off by our appointment that we made last month for Principal of Lexington Junior High School, Miss Brittany Crawford.
Good evening. Good evening, Board President Jessica Guerrero, Board of Trustees, Superintendent Jaron Freed, and members of Cabinet. Obviously, you can see I'm very excited to be here, but I'm not married to you.
For clarification.
I'm excited to be here tonight. Thank you for your excusal from last month. We were on a vacation with my family. And I'm excited to be here, and for your faith in me to take over and take over the reins from Danny Klatzker, who is an amazing person and principal, to be the next principal at Lexington Junior High School. To say I'm excited is an understatement. I have already spent, from the moment that I got back from vacation, time to connect with Jennifer Brown, Amber Houston, my fellow principals in the Cypress community, and to meet some of the staff members at the campus. And I am excited to start the school year to meet our community, our students, and our parents as we start the 26-27 school year, which, as our president said, is well underway already with everything. I also want to acknowledge that I couldn't do what I truly love to do, which is support our students, without the support of my family, especially my husband, who carries so much at home so I can be fully present at work on a daily basis, and without the support of my family. So tonight I have the support of my parents and my aunt, who are here, so thank you so much for always supporting me and loving me. I always feel like a kid when I'm around you because I know I have someone to carry me. And my husband is doing what he always does, and if you've had a conversation with me, it's always soccer. So he is currently carting around kids for soccer practice right now. As I begin this new chapter, I can't help but to reflect on the last 4 years, and I'm deeply grateful to the staff and community of Orange View Western, junior high school and high school, for 4 incredibly amazing years in a very loving community. And so I want to also take a moment to thank them for all the love that they've shared with me and all the love that they've poured into me for over the last 4 years. Thank you finally for allowing me to serve in this amazing district and our amazing community. I appreciate every moment that you guys have offered me, and I hope to continue to fill the shoes that are with everyone around me, and I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you. Our next administrator, Principal of Dale Junior High School, Amanda Bryant.
All right. Thank you. Good evening, Board President Guerrero, Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Freed, and AUHSD community members. I'm incredibly grateful and honored for the opportunity you have given me to be a part of the Lancer family as principal of Dale Junior High School. Sorry. Don't laugh at me, Celeste. Over the past 15 years, I'll get it together, I promise. Put me in front of 100 people to talk about students and families, not a sweat. Talk about myself, oh boy. All right, over the past 15 years, AUHSD has been a place that welcomed me with open arms and quickly became a professional home. And that's not just because I spent most of my time some weeks at work and not at home. Throughout my journey, I've had the privilege of working alongside and learning from some amazing administrators and mentors, some that are in this room right now, that have motivated and most importantly challenged me to become the educator that I am today. Oh my goodness, Amanda. I want to thank Poppy Hill-Benales, current principal of Kennedy, as well as previous principals, Dr. Seema Sidhu and Dr. Adam Hernandez. Thank you for empowering and supporting me over the past 5 years as I learned from and grew beside you as an assistant principal at Kennedy. I'd also like to thank my AP partners in crime. We didn't do crime, we stopped crime most of the time. Jeff Howe and Cheryl Campos, as well as the rest of the staff, students, families at Kennedy who welcomed me with open arms as I took a step towards beginning my journey from teacher leader to administrator. Lastly, I would like to thank my family, some of whom are here with me right now, and friends, colleagues who have become like family. Without all of their guidance and support, my journey that led me to stand in front of you today would have not been the same. That is my hope moving forward as a principal in AUHSD and NTL Junior High School, to be a servant leader that inspires and motivates staff, students, and families the way my mentors did for me. Dale Junior High is already a remarkable place. And being there the last couple weeks, I've learned that what makes it truly special is the spirit, heart, and culture that the staff, students, and families have built. I'm incredibly grateful and excited to begin this next chapter right alongside them. Go Lancers. And I must not be the only crier because there's teachers.
Next, we have Assistant Principal of Ball Junior High School, Adela De La Torre.
Good evening. I had to print my speech in large font. So, good evening, Board President Guerrero and Board of Trustees, Superintendent Freed, Executive Cabinet, and community members. As someone who was raised, educated, and professionally developed in the Anaheim Union High School District, it is truly an honor to stand before you tonight. For the past 17 years, I have had the privilege of serving our students, families, colleagues, in a variety of roles, each one strengthening my commitment to this incredible community. Thank you for your trust and confidence in me to continue serving our district in this new capacity. I am deeply grateful to the mentors and colleagues whose guidance and encouragement have helped shape my leadership journey, and I look forward to serving the Ball Junior High community with the same purpose, humility, and commitment that have guided me throughout my career. Finally, I want to thank my husband, right over there. Don't look at me. Our beautiful children watching at home, my parents, and my sister, for their unwavering love and support. I would not be here without you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Next up, our Assistant Principal of Laura High School, Martin Calderon.
All right. Good evening. Buenas tardes a todos. Board President Guerrero, members of the board, cabinet, and Superintendent Dr. Freed. I would like to start by thanking you for the opportunity to continue serving the students and families of AUHSD. I had to make a list because I didn't want to forget anybody. But I want to first thank former Superintendent Matsuda, Mr. Salivar, and Mr. Relis, who introduced me to AUHSD and opened the door for this to be possible. I would also like to thank my Anaheim familia, to all the staff, students, and families whom I have had the privilege to have learned from over the past 10 years. Thank you. To the A-team, to the admin team that I had the opportunity to work with for 2 years. Some of them are here today. Thank you. I really appreciated the support, the guidance that I received from them, and really the lessons that I got from the admin team. It was a very special team to work with. A special thank you to my mentors in this leadership journey. Took me under their wing to show me what to do, what not to do. A lot of lessons that were learned the hard way. Doctora Perez, who is here, if you can stand up, Doctora Perez. There she is. And soon to be Dr. Principal Calleros. Can you give a round of applause, please? Y por supuesto, gracias a mi familia que me acompaña aquí virtualmente. Mis papás están aquí. Un aplauso para ellos, por favor. Gracias a ellos por darme la oportunidad de seguir trabajando para cumplir los sueños que cruzaron la frontera hace casi 40 años. Para mi mamá, mi papá, mis hermanos y mis sobrinos, todos los esfuerzos han valido la pena. Gracias. I'm excited for this next chapter and to begin working with the community at Loera. Thank you again.
Next, we have Assistant Principal, Anaheim High School, Jacqueline Rodella.
Good evening, Board President Ms. Guerrero, Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Freed, and Cabinet. I wrote mine because I get really nervous. I would like to thank you for the opportunity you have provided for me to serve as the Assistant Principal in Anaheim High School. I am both blessed and honored to be working alongside Mr. Galleros, the administration team, staff, parents, and the students of the Colonist family. Thank you, Mr. Galleros, for your trust and belief in me to lead in a collaborative student-centered environment. As an assistant principal, my priority will be to ensure that our school continues to be a vibrant hub of support for the whole child. I am deeply committed to elevating student voice, building strong partnerships with our families, and working collectively with the Anaheim community to ensure every student feels seen, safe, and empowered to succeed. I would like to take this time to thank those who have mentored me along this journey. Mr. Pooley, Mr. Flowers, Ms. Nichols, and Mr. Q, thank you. I would also like to deeply thank Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Perez, and Ms. Fujimoto in the back for your mentorship, insight, and compassion, and for trusting me to lead our community schools work. You all believed in me in my leadership capacity before I fully saw it myself. And you guided me towards a path I would never imagined. Lastly, I would like to thank my family, especially my husband Omar, who's sitting over there, for your unwavering love and support. I'm incredibly excited to start this new opportunity, this new journey, and I'm proud to serve AUHSD. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Assistant Principal, Orangeview Western 7 through 12 School, Gina White.
I had to go old school and write this down. Good evening, Board President Jessica Guerrero, members of the Board of Trustees, Superintendent Freed, Cabinet, family, friends, and colleagues. Thank you so much for allowing me to stand before you tonight. Words cannot express, which is crazy for me, that's why I had to write it down, how grateful I am for the opportunity to serve as assistant principal with our incredible district at Western Orangeview 7 through 12 school this coming year. It's an honor to be entrusted with this role and to serve where my heart has always been, with students. Looking back, it's amazing to think that my journey in this district began as a speech-language pathologist, helping students find their voices. And today I have the privilege of serving them in a new way as an assistant principal, still helping them find their very important voices. There's no greater privilege than helping our students discover their strengths, believe in themselves, and reach their full potential. And I am so excited to continue to serve them, their families, our staff, and community. I'm so grateful to our district leadership for the opportunity to participate in the LEAD program, which helped prepare me for this opportunity, and it's fantastic to see other LEAD faces in this crowd as well today. A special thank you to Celeste Kruger for your mentorship and coaching throughout my leadership journey. I'm also incredibly grateful to my former supervisors, Lauren Klatzker, Amy Meyer, Bindi Crawford, and your outstanding leadership and for the example you set. And a heartfelt thank you to my current principal, Lorena Moreno, for providing so many opportunities to learn and grow during our first year of school redesign and campus consolidation. To my administrative team, Juliana Connolly, Kim Idio, and Israel Rubio, thank you for welcoming me, supporting me, and making my first year as an administrator such a positive and rewarding experience. Finally, I'd like to thank my family, my incredible husband, Alan. It's you, babe. Thank you for your constant love, patience, encouragement, and support through the long hours and the many demands that come with this work. To my daughters and stepsons, thank you for cheering me on from across the country. I love you all so much. I'm so excited to continue serving our students, families, staff, and community of Western Orangeview with integrity, compassion, and a commitment to helping every student succeed. Thank you again for your trust and confidence in me. I'm truly grateful and excited to continue this journey with AUHSD alongside such an incredible team.
We'd like to invite everyone that was appointed tonight to please join us for a group photo in the front, please, with the board.
Just gonna present all of them. Jenna's gonna present all of them. No, like just the public. Just to make sure. Yeah. And then just.
Here's mine. It's just Joe Carmona. Okay. I know Janet Brown. Sorry. Okay. Here, let's go through this. There you go. All right, I'm gonna take a minute to recognize some folks in the room. We have our Alta President, Joe Carmona, here. Thank you for being here. Lauren Claxter, Fullerton Joint Unified School District Trustee. Thank you for being here. And we have Janet Brown from Congressman Lou Crea's office. Thank you for being here. And we will proceed to our student speakers. We have one request for student speakers, Raul M. I think it's on, did I say that right? Raul? Ram? Oh, it's M. RAM on Kennedy High School. Welcome. You will have. No, not. Oh.
Good afternoon, AUHSD board members. I'm Ram. And hello to everyone else who came here to make the district a better place for everyone in our community. I went to school at Cypress High School, and my student rights were violated after an attack on me in the gymnasium of Cypress High School. I was attacked, played out instead of the victim as the perpetrator, as the person who caused the fight, wanted problems, and I was removed from school for 2 months, which violated my student rights to go to school. I think that is truly unacceptable. And these situations should never happen to anyone. And if I have to face it this one time, I would hope no one else. I was in the darkest place of my life for the 2 months that I didn't go to school, saw none of my friends, because I was in trouble at home from my mom for what had partaken, even though I was the victim. The school has no right, the district has no right to give me no solutions. Say, oh, I want to send him to Loera, Kennedy, but no solutions after school. I asked the 2 APs, as soon as the incident happened, can I get a no contact order? They said, oh, we'll work on that. But right now, what's more important is that everything's okay. That wasn't important. What was important to them was getting me out of the school and out of their hair, instead of doing their job, doing their due diligence, and helping for the school. And I think that every board member, if you are incapable of doing your job at the highest level and still haven't fixed major issues, or are holding this role from other more capable people for your greed at a cash grab or higher paycheck, is unacceptable. And please resign if you know you are not capable of doing your best for every family in this district. And thank you to the people who really care about every student, every family, no matter the background, no matter the situation. Thank you very much.
We will now have our reports of association. Mr. Joe Carmona from Alta, do you have a report tonight? Thank you.
Good evening, President Guerrero, members of the board, Superintendent Freed, cabinet, students and families, and members of the Anaheim Union community. I would first like to start by offering our congratulations to the newly appointed administrators. We look forward to the success of our new administrative teams as we embark on another exciting year. I do want to take a moment to celebrate a few important accomplishments over the summer. First, we had an exceptional program that I'm happy to report that I've been a part of since the beginning, the Summer Arts Academy, which culminated with the performance of Mary Poppins at Cook Auditorium. Fortunately able to return to its home after the upgrades to the auditorium, so that was very exciting. And then we have our AIM Summer Internships, which will have their closing celebrations tomorrow, wrapping up another exceptional opportunity for our students. Looking ahead, our site and district leaders are preparing for the Leadership Advance to launch us into another impactful year. Our school teams are preparing for summer registration, with the bulk of these events happening the week beginning July 27th, right? So that's as was shared earlier, the year is actually in full swing. Many of our programs are already up and running and getting going, and the 27th will be the return of most of our students back to campus for the first time as they get ready to start again. We're eagerly anticipating all of our students returning, and thank you for your continued support.
Thank you. I believe that's all the associations we had here tonight. Moving on to our PTSA report. I do not believe we have a representative, just checking. Okay. On to 6.4, Board of Trustees report.
Madam President?
yes.
Before we begin, we have a special guest in the back, and maybe you didn't see him, Mr. Ron Flores. Are you still president of Western? Western High School alum. Are you still? He's giving us a hard time. We just want to recognize you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. Board of Trustees report. I will start with Trustee O'Neill.
You will, okay.
I will.
First of all, I just wanted to congratulate all those who were recognized this evening in their new jobs. Look forward to their new responsibilities, visiting the schools and seeing them in action. So what I have done since the last board meeting, I've attended a couple of ROP board meetings, being a board member there. I had the privilege of completing a mandatory ethics training that is required by the state, so that is behind me now. I attended the Summer Language Academy celebration of, I think it was 6 weeks worth of language training. Was it 4 or 6 weeks? 4? Anyway, four. I see 4 fingers up there. Yes, 4. It was really nice to see all the students there and what they accomplished during those 4 weeks. And that is a continuing summer program, so that is nice to see every summer. I stopped by the Mac Farm, toured to see what was going on this summer, and then made a couple purchases on the way out. So it was nice to see all the produce that was coming off the farm. I attended the Summer Arts Academy performance of Mary Poppins, performed on our newly renovated Anaheim Performing Arts Center, and our new fly where Mary Poppins was able to be picked up off the stage and transported through the air. So that was really nice to see, very professional. And then last I attended the AIM final presentation by the interns at Disneyland. This year, we started with 3 years ago, and this year we had 22 students as, they're not really interns, they're mentees. So they're being mentored by staff throughout Disneyland, learning about being employees, but how they go about their jobs in all facets: finance, operations, marketing, etc. So it was nice to hear what they had to say. And this is our last month before school starts, so I wish everybody a happy and safe last month. There's a lot of work to be done between now and then, and so I wish them well. And same with the community. Hope you're enjoying the summer off.
Thank you. Trustee McCullis.
Thank you, Madam President. June 10th, I attended Savannah Summer Language Academy Open House. July 3rd, I did stop by the fireworks stand to support Loera's band. I also attended Magnolia's Mac Farmers Market. They will be out at Magnolia every Thursday up until July 16th, I believe. So please come out and support. And last but not least, I did attend with Brian the Disney Resort AIM intern presentations, and I just want to share that y'all did an amazing job. Super proud of all of you and all of our faculty and staff that support AIM. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Hoshi.
May start the timer.
So fun.
I was chosen to be a chaperone for a sister city trip that Anaheim has to the city of Mito, Japan. And students from the Anaheim schools or students that live in the city of Anaheim can participate. So we had students from Anaheim High School, Western, Savannah, Oxford Academy, join in, and students got to experience life firsthand by living with host families. We experienced elementary schools, junior high schools, and a university. We saw that students wore uniforms there and they had indoor shoes. It was really, we had to even change our shoes, which was new for me. Elementary and junior high schools had lunch in the classrooms, and the students served each other, and then 20 minutes a day. I was just really in awe of this. The students took 20 minutes a day to clean their classrooms and to clean the school. And I thought, wow. I asked the kids that went on, would that work in Anaheim? And they're like, Mr. Hoshi, come on. But, it's just thinking, hey, maybe we can just start a cleaning campaign. But I was really surprised how happy and playful the students were there. I thought I thought when I went there, it was going to be quite a different experience. But they were very supportive of each other, and they connected very well with our students. If you ever get to see some of our pictures at our presentation with the City of Anaheim, you will see how well our students were well received. We got to have a sit-down session with the mayor of Mito and visited gardens, temples, and shrines in Asakusa. I was impressed by the efficiency of their service, public transportation, and how inexpensive the meals were. And I think the great thing is you could get a meal for $6 and you didn't have to leave a tip. And the service was very efficient. So the students had an incredible time experiencing different cultures. I want to let you know the impact our students had on these families, as well as vice versa. When we left the day, we had our goodbyes and at the International Center in Mito. And the family said their goodbyes, and some of them gave them memory picture books. And these families drove in rain to the airport an hour and a half later to surprise our kids. And everyone, again, started crying again. So the bond that they made. I'm only sharing this stuff with you folks too because, again, it's another opportunity the City of Anaheim and our district offers our students. And so every year, 6 students are allowed to participate in this trip. Every year, 6 students get to go. So if you have a student that wants to take advantage of this opportunity, I really suggest that they apply for it.
How long was the trip, Ron?
The trip was 2 weeks.
Okay, thanks.
So it was a lot of fun. And students from Mito, in turn, will be doing their exchange with us in August, visiting our schools. And the mayor and representatives from Mito International Center will be visiting the City of Anaheim to celebrate the 50-year anniversary of the program. So I'm really excited about that. So if you have an undergrad student, please encourage them to apply. Yesterday, I got to serve to judge the KindSet team's pitch presentations, and it's really exciting to see the prototype of products that they're coming up with. Mr. Reindell was there, leader of our AIM program, and he can attest. I mean, we're going to have a celebration tomorrow, but thank you, Mr. Reindell, for all the opportunities you provide our students and things in the hard work that you do. You're going to be seeing these products and these services throughout our district, and it's really bringing real learning, when the students get to pitch their products and create them themselves. Today, I went to the Mac Farm, and gosh, I can never leave that Mac Farm without having spent. I mean, I need to bring lots of money with me because I brought popsicles, I brought candles, I brought produce, and the secretaries even surprised me with some serrano chili. So I'm going to be making some pretty hot salsa when I get home. So anyway, you guys have to stop off. Next Thursday is the last Mac Farmers Market, so please stop by. It starts at 2 o'clock. So please stop by, and thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Randall Trejo.
Thank you. It was a short month since we're in the first week of July. I did a couple of things. Attended my Greater Anaheim Special Ed Local Plan Area meeting and my ROP meeting, and where they gave us a presentation, again, really touting all of the accolades of the program for the year. And one statistic that stuck out with me is the certifications that the number of the certifications. Now, ROP has 5 districts encompassing, and we are the largest group, but they gave about 4,000 certifications in the past year, and our school district had about 2017.
1,700 and something.
Okay, I thought I saw about 2,000. But those certifications mean that those are what do you call it, when you just get a job right away. I mean, they're available, I mean, and top rate of pay, and you know, they have all these opportunities to get hired right away. And so I just was really impressed with the numbers of the certifications. They've gone from 1,000, and now we're in the third year, and they just keep rising and rising. So I'm really appreciative of our partnership with ROP. And Scott Rendell, since you're here, congratulate you for really being the heart of that program in our connection. I attended the wonderful Mary Poppins summer VAPA program. 4 weeks, and 4 weeks they had the students running the show. The students were in the orchestra playing the music, and they were completely professional sounding. I go to a lot of shows, and Mr. Hoshi goes to a lot of shows, and you go to a lot of shows. I mean, our kids are amazing, and the stars of the shows were just supreme. So they audition, and they practice the dancing, the choreography, just formidable and amazing that they showed also the stage crew behind the scenes. So they're in front of the stage, they're behind the stage, and learning a lot in that summer 4 weeks, and it's just really amazing, and it was really breathtaking. I always cry at the end of Mary Poppins when Mary Poppins flies away, so they did the same thing, and it was really emotional for me, a little childhood memory. Congratulations again to Bindi, Amanda, Adela, Martine, Jacqueline, Gina, who spoke tonight, and all of our other APs and administrators that will be shifting and readjusting to their new sites. Happy 250th of our nation's of our nation, and as they say, if we can keep it. I'm struggling to keep it, but you know, nonetheless, it's our home, and we should fight for it and relish all of the good that we see in the world. So thank you.
Thank you. This month, I had the opportunity to attend our budget committee meeting. Also completed my CSBA ethics training, and this June attended the the City of Anaheim Flag Day Parade, which many of our students participated in, including our JROTC students, Girl Scouts, and then multiple of our students are part of the Miss Anaheim Beautiful program, so I was able to see them. Also attended the Summer Language Academy celebration ceremony, which really celebrates our pro-lingual students and just their culture and languages across this district. And I just want to give a shout out to Diane Fujimoto and Juan Alvarez for their work throughout the summer to support our students. Thank you so much. And then also want to thank the community for all their support during the 4th of July fireworks sales that many of our schools had across the city of Anaheim. Thank you for supporting our booster programs from sports to band and all of our VAPA programs. And then just wanted to give a shout out. As you see, we don't have anything behind us tonight. We are working on the board is working on a school and student project together to do a nice mural art form here in behind us. So that's why it's a little blank tonight, in case y'all noticed. But we're excited to work with our students and schools collectively to show a piece of our district together. And that concludes my report. I will move on to item number 7, public comments. Opportunities for public comments occur at the beginning of each agenda item and at this time for items not on the agenda. Persons wishing to address the Board of Trustees should complete a speaker request form available on the information table at the back of the room and submit it to the executive assistant prior to the meeting. Each speaker is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes. Each topic or item is limited to a total of 20 minutes. Board members cannot immediately respond to public comments. I will call up our first speaker, Janet Brown.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here representing Congressman Lou Correa to commend all the staff from AUHSD that staffed the shelters, the evacuation shelters during our emergency, our chemical spill. I got a little promotion because I'm also doing Assemblywoman Sharon Quirk Silva's and Congressman Derek Tran. Okay, so this was an amazing time in our community. And for our staff members to come forward, work the weekend hours after hour, and for me, and I'm sure everybody in the community, to know that we have a place to go that is our school district sites, our gymnasiums, that makes me feel very good, very safe. Something else is going to come up down the road. We know that. So we know that we have a location and we have people who are dedicated to keeping our community safe. So thank you to all of them. I don't believe they're all here this evening, but they will be presented with these certificates. Thank you. And all of you who I'm sure were very involved during that time. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you so much.
Really, Clinton, come up to
Oh,
receive-
yes. Yeah, if anyone's
Clinton,
here.
can you come up to receive us? Can you please come up to receive all the certificates from Janet? And please, we'll be going to the sites to present to all the staff as well.
Excellent, yes.
So thank
We
you.
have Quentin Wires, Director of Maintenance and
Thanks,
Operations.
Okay.
Should we take a picture? Or we could, all of us? Actually, they did the work. Actually. Oh yeah, take the. Thank you, Janet. Thank you to the Congressmember and Congressmember Lou Correa, Derek Tran, and Assemblywoman Sharon Kirksova. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Our next speaker is Sylvia Abadi.
Hi, everyone. I do have some handouts if I can have someone pass them out for the board. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Sylvia Albiati, and I would like to address the Board of Trustees, President Jessica Guerrero, the members of the Board of Trustees and Superintendent, and the Cabinet. Again, my name is Sylvia Albiati. I'm here tonight as a parent, a taxpayer, and member of this community. I have also submitted a more detailed written statement for your review, which has been passed out, hopefully. Tonight, I would like to briefly highlight the governance of this concerns it raises. For nearly 2 years, my family has worked through the appropriate channels regarding ongoing safety concerns involving both court-issued restraining orders and district-issued no-contact directives that the school has placed. During that time, we have communicated with the school administrators, district officials, law enforcement, always with one goal: to ensure our children could safely attend school and participate in athletics. As parents, we expected that when protective measures were put in place, whether by the court or by the district, they would be consistently understood, communicated, implemented. Instead, we've often found ourselves uncertain about what the procedures were, who was responsible for carrying them out, and whether everyone involved understood their responsibilities. Our concern today is no longer limited to the individual incidents themselves. Our concerns is whether Anaheim Union High School District systems are sufficient to ensure that the court-issued restraining orders and district-issued no-contact directives are implemented consistently regardless of individuals involved. Policies only protect students when they are consistently implemented. Think about that. That is why I respectfully ask the board to consider 3 important questions. Number 1, does Anaheim Union High School District have a standardized district-wide protocol for implementing court-issued restraining orders and district-issued no-contact directives? Second, how does the district ensure that every administrator, coach, campus supervisor, employees, teachers understand and consistently carries out those responsibilities? Third, what oversight and accountability measures exist to ensure these protections are implemented consistently across every campus for every child, every extracurricular activity, and every athletic event?
Thank you, Ms. Abadi.
Sorry, this is just about a family. It's not about every student, every family who may one day depend on the district to provide a safe educational, environmental, and faithfully implement the protections already put in place to them. I respectfully ask the board to review the family experience and that simply as an individual matter, but an opportunity to strengthen Anaheim Union policies, training, communications, accountability, so that every family can have confidence in the district commitment to the student. My hope is that the family experience can become the catalyst for the meaningful improvements so that no family has to spend nearly 2 years wondering whether
Ms.
the
Abadi,
protections
your time
already in
is up.
place for them will actually follow. Thank you again for
Thank
your
you,
time.
Ms. Abadi. Thank you. Our next speaker, Sofia Romero.
Good evening, President, board members, Superintendent Dr. Freed, members of the cabinet, parents, students, and community members, and everyone watching remotely. I am here tonight because I care deeply about our students and our schools. I have volunteered for many years and currently serve as a parent ambassador, DLAC president, and a member of the Safety and Superintendent's Committee. I take these responsibilities seriously because I believe every student deserves to learn in a safe and respectful and supportive environment. As we get closer to the new school year, I remain committed to welcoming families, connecting them with resources, supporting the students' mental health, advocating for safe environments, and seeking community sponsorships so our student athletes have the proper gear, equipment they need without creating financial burdens for their families. However, I am here tonight to respectfully ask the district to address a serious concern. I ask that the administration and my children's school stop questioning staff about the relationship with me. Stop discouraging staff from supporting my children. Stop speaking negatively about me. I am concerned that my advocacy and the concerns I have raised have resulted in retaliation towards my children and myself. One comment made to me and my family was that a coach was nice enough to keep my student on the team, that he could have been removed if he wanted to. I don't think so. Statements like this create an appearance that a student opportunities could be affected because a parent chooses to speak up. No student should ever feel the consequences of a parent advocating for their safety and their well-being. Many parents from different school sites have shared concerns with me because they feel they may not be heard or fear what could happen to them if they speak up. I will continue to protect the confidentiality because the trust they put on me means a lot to me. I will continue speaking against harassment, intimidation, bullying, retaliation, and any conduct that undermines the trust of families that they place in this district. True accountability strengthens public trust, promotes transparency, and demonstrates commitment to putting students first. I respectfully ask that my children be allowed to attend schools, participate in athletics, and enjoy the same opportunities that every other student has, free from retaliation or prejudice because of their mother choosing to advocate for students and families and staff. I will leave you with this final thought. If the concerns that I have raised are not true, then why is there need to question my relationships with staff, warn others about me, and damage my reputation? A district is confident in its leadership, A district that is confident in its leadership, welcomes questions, addresses concerns, and protects every student's opportunity to succeed. I thank you all for your time and for listening. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Victoria P. Our next speaker is Victoria P.
Dear parents, we have the honor of introducing Jermaine Newman, a mom from Anaheim High School, trustee area 1. Please go to Jermaine 4, the number 4, education.com. And we have Robert Garcia, an uncle and family of Mia Leah Mejia from Savannah High School, a trustee area 2. Please go to Garcia, the number 4, AUHSD.com. We need to find parents or community members for Loera High School and Cypress High School who can run for school board seats by August for these 2 areas. It is my profound vision that this new board be comprised of grassroots, everyday people and focus on the wellness and future of our students who face an unpredictable future. We need these board members running now to make this entire board independent of district influence, to bring change to schools that are unsafe and have a toxic environment caused by a small percentage of student population, teachers, administrators, and this current district and board. This board that gave itself a monetary raise and voted on that has not shown action steps and a plan to give students and parents the safe and thriving schools our teens deserve in 2026. We need action steps at each schools for repeat offenders who do physical attacks and assaults. Parents need reassurance that the schools will call and make police reports of assaults and issue immediate consequences, including having parents go into parent and student contracts and take all necessary measures to stop this toxic behavior of repeat offenders with at risk that is compromising the safety of the entire student population. Each parent should know what action steps they need in case their child is bullied and is witnessing physical assaults and hazing inside the schools via cyberbullying and social media. Immediate solutions need to be put in place with transparency. Don't just send them to Berkhurst Junior High School and then send them back to the school immediately. Don't just, excuse me. Don't just transfer students and expect this problem to go away. No student should be kept out of school for 2.5 months, as was done with my teen. Education causing him severe delay in accessing his education plan, violating his rights. I apologize, my phone's not working and it keeps going off and on, so I'd like to ask for a pause. No student should be kept out of school for 2.5 months. From distance learning under the without it, no student should be kept out of learning and his education plan by blocking him from distance learning under the disguise of an expedited transfer and violating his student rights under California state laws, violating his 10th Amendment rights over and over, and then blaming him as a problem after multiple assaults from known repeat offenders at Lexington and Cypress. This wrong has not been made right after pleading for months. Are you also going to blame Mia Leah Mejia for being assaulted inside of Lexington? Was she also the problem there? Was she also where she wasn't supposed to be? No, she wasn't the problem. She was the victim, and now she's dead. And you need to acknowledge that. I want to thank her entire family for being here every month to help our teens have safer schools instead of going to the beach to watch the sunset. They are here in memory of Mia Leah Mejia, and so are other parents. We appreciate you, and we admire your strength and your moral high ground.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Ron Flores.
Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? 11 months, I got hit with cancer. And 11 months of chemotherapy, etc. It looks like I beat it. So I'm back. So I'll be coming back to the meetings. Before I got ill, we had started some programs at Western High School, outreach, and it collapsed because of my illness. We're going to start that up again. And I'm so glad to see two Western principals here past, Joe Carmona and Bindi had been at Western. Thank you. They were great there. And one of the things that we want to do is the first thing I did when I walked in the building today was look for one of those Anaheim guys, and I found Robert, and I reminded him we've been talking about the ball game for a long time. And I said to him, don't forget, we had a discussion. I met with Western head coach last week and the Anaheim Alumni Association on the phone. We want the game back, and we're going to continue that discussion, and I'm hoping you guys support it. We want to beat them again. 12 times in a row wasn't enough. Okay, they beat us one time, 9 times in a row, and we didn't quit. And I'm trying to get them on the same page. I think they're giving the wrong message to the kids. When things get tough, you walk away. I don't think that's a good idea. I want to play Anaheim again. I want to beat them 13 times in a row. Thank you so much.
Our next speaker is Roberto Garcia.
Good evening. My name is Roberto Garcia. I am an AUHSD graduate, Anaheim resident, and a candidate for the Board of Trustees. Thank you. And I want to speak on agenda items 1015, 1016, and 10.8 on tonight's consent calendar. I reviewed this month's packet closely and reached out to the district ahead of tonight's meeting with a few questions, and I want to thank the staff for the quick and thorough responses I received. On 1015, the purchase order detail report, I had flagged that the reported total appeared to exclude $8 million in Measure K bonding spending. The staff confirmed my finding. The correct total for the full report should have been $14,028,740.88, and not the $5,979,456.28 shown. And I've been told the district is already working with the Orange County Department of Education to correct the reporting error, and I'd ask that the board follow up to make sure that correction is completed and reflected going forward. On item 1016, district staff clarified that the two change order items were a fiscal year dating correction, not a duplicate, and I appreciate the quick answer there. However, I do want to spend a moment on agenda item 10.8, the Microsoft renewal, because the district answer raised a couple of questions I think are worth asking. District staff confirmed that most of the licensing exists for antivirus protection and the ability to run a lower cost operating system on district computers, which makes sense as a goal, but this district also runs Google Workspace as its primary platform for staff email and daily work. So I'd ask, if Google is our core platform, is a full Microsoft Enterprise Security tier really the most cost-effective way to secure our devices, or is there a lower cost path to the same protection? I don't know the answer, but I think it's a fair question for a $270,000 line item. And I'd ask the board to have that comparison brought back publicly. Second piece within that same item is about our students. And the district did confirm that the students are aware that there's access to mainly through business, career technical, and computer lab classes, meaning that awareness depends on which elective a student happened to take. And if part of what we're paying for includes free home use software for students and their families, that shouldn't be something that a student stumbles into by scheduled luck. And I'd ask the district to make sure every student and family knows that they're entitled to, plainly and directly, not just the ones sitting in the right classroom. So, for the reasons listed, I'd like to formally request that agenda item 10.8 be pulled from the consent calendar for discussion. Oversight isn't about catching mistakes. It's about asking questions so every dollar goes towards our students. That's the standard I hold myself to, and it's what I'm asking this board to do tonight. En memoria de nuestra chulita Mia Mejia, gracias. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Bianca Garcia.
Evening board members, educators, and community members. There is a gap between policy on paper and the reality at our schools, and it is costing lives. Suicide continues to be the second leading cause of death for children ages 10 to 14, yet this district is failing to adapt to that tragic reality. Last year, the AUHSD community lost 13-year-old Mia Mejia to suicide. Mia's teachers were aware that she was being bullied and that she was experiencing suicidal ideation. I truly believe they failed to act because the district's policy does not clearly outline the immediate mandatory steps a teacher must take in that exact moment. I regularly speak to teachers at Anaheim Union Schools. They tell me that when they recognize a student in crisis, they send an email to the district and then they never hear back. As of July 1st, a new California law requires public schools to print the number for the Trevor Project on student ID cards. This district should have proactively used this milestone to make district-wide announcements, engage parents, and spark vital, life-saving conversations. Instead, it is treated like a compliance checklist. I previously shared other California school districts' comprehensive suicide prevention plans with you. I have a few more examples for you today. Palm Springs Unified has an active step-by-step operational plan with concrete safety protocols and structured re-entry support. Meanwhile, Anaheim Union relies on a vague statement of intent that leaves teachers guessing and emails unanswered. West Contra Costa Unified explicitly dictates that a student showing signs of ideation cannot be left alone for a single second. Their teachers are not left to guess what to do. If AUHSD had a clear operational mandate like this, Mia's teachers would have had an immediate checklist to follow the moment they knew she was in crisis. The LA County framework ensures that crisis reports don't vanish into thin air. They require a named, accountable reporter to act, yet teachers right here in Anaheim are sending emails about students in crisis into a district void, never knowing if those children are safe or being attended to. That is an administrative failure. It is profoundly disappointing to witness such a devastating missed opportunity. This district could have been a leader in the state of California. Compliance is not protection. I demand this board immediately update policy 8803.05 to include explicit, transparent operational protocols for staff and establish a clear tracking system so no student's crisis email sits ignored in an inbox. Mia deserved better. The students still alive in this district deserve better.
Our next speaker is Art Castillo.
Good evening. I was planning on speaking about something different, but this goes to show back in 1977, I seen this issues here going on. And a lot of these kids, did he look like a gang member, this young kid? Did anybody label him? Did anybody here even give him an opportunity to speak to staff first, like the principal, get a chance to have a hearing or anything? Has anything? If you guys can look that up. You know, so, you know, we had a board member here, Harold Martin, And one of his statements at Savannah for running for his election, he said, F students are gang members, and I arrest gang members. And every day that I came down West Street to Lincoln, I always saw him. He had a kid in the back. Now, that he wasn't the only one. They would pick up kids in those neighborhoods that we have in the apartment complexes, and they would pick a kid off walking to school. If he's running late, they'll pick him up and ride him out, and they were exposing him to the public. This is really terrible. And it was because they were mad with each other, these groups and organizations. Don't blame all of us. We're not all bad. And I'm not here to attack any one of you, but you know, I went to Ball and I went to Loera, and that's when the issues started with racism and everything, because I was in 1977, 78, 79, and then they were really racist. I ended up falling in that basket. And I don't speak Spanish, and I don't understand it. They knocked at our door and told us not to speak to my parents. Don't speak Spanish. But there has been the KKK in Loera High School, and it's still during today. Do you guys know that? And it was back in my time, they were wearing swastikas and marching up and down the aisles and scaring the black people out. So this was, I seen them chasing a black person when I was 14. You know, it's crazy because you guys might not know all this. You guys need to know the history of what we went through as Mexican people. And I'm a third generation Anaheim. But I was going to talk about something else. I probably will start coming again, try to go in chronological order. So I just want to give you guys, there's so much in my mind, but everything I heard tonight has been going on. I founded an organization called United Neighborhoods. Maybe some of you would remember that name. And I was here and bringing people here. And Los Amigos was coming here. We were fighting for kids getting molested and all this, and beatings and killings. And we never got any justice. So kind of please look at our point of view before you, make sure you do all your due diligence of giving us some kind of help, you know, listening to us, the people who pay for everything. And we were members of the school ourselves when we were kids, a lot of us here. So if you can do that, I appreciate it. And speak to us, because we could probably give you a lot of stuff you don't know. We can fix it. We got to fix the police in our school, not them, the ones that are out in the neighborhoods. You're responsible for the kid to get home, and they don't make it home sometimes. So this is the scary part. All those kids who got shot and killed, they were members of our school district. So please, thank you very much, and I hope you guys can listen to us. And, you know, I'm sorry to come out with all this, but it's got to come out.
Our next speaker is Muzzle.
Ehe, Kualititaki, good afternoon. Nitokamasa, Nitokatekpat. My name is Running Deer, Obsidian Knife Clan. Those are the two clans in Tepeyalotzin. I want to echo what everyone is saying, and I'm glad Donna is here. It's a surprise because I majored in Native American history. I was telling Janet Brown, I can't believe what she said was good news. I said, I don't know if you remember me, but we are pushing to abolish, execute the name of the colonists at Anaheim High School. And she says, yes, I read your book, There by Tommy Orange. Yeah, I went to school with him at the Native American School, IAIA, where I got my bachelor's in Social and Fine Arts and Native American Liberal Arts Studies. So what's your opinion now? Well, I read the first chapter, and it talks about how colonists killed Native Americans on Thanksgiving Day. And she says, but I respect your opinion, but it was good. I didn't expect her to kind of acknowledge that before she would not. I'm going to tie that to the history, to the young man that came. Don't stop, brother. I was 13, 14 years old. Thanks to Seferino Garcia, we pushed for Mecha. I was the president of Mecha Anaheim High School my senior year Anaheim High School. We pushed for Chicano studies and the 500 years of Chicano history. We fought for that. Women's history, Chicano women's history. We fought that. It was Anaheim High School and Catella High School were the only ones that approved that. And I was 13 years old. There should probably be videos of history of me speaking here. And the colonists, just 250 years from a native or indigenous Native American perspective. 250 years of lies and stealing of the land, and the cops shooting sons like Donna and other mothers that are suffering. And it's just tied to a lot of things, you know, and it's like, if you guys want change, I believe we should do what San Francisco did. The school board, many years, maybe right after George Floyd got murdered, they actually voted out all the mascots. All the school names were named after white supremacists in San Francisco. They voted it. We had white brothers and sisters voting along with our brown and African American, Asian, Middle Eastern board members. And I think that's the solution. And I think that will create a psychological effect. And if you think that you're working with the community like Sophia, Marisa, myself, Masad, Artie and Maestra Liz and many other people, Candy and Jeremiah is going to be running. And I hope we change this name of the school to call us in November. We had a meeting with the tribal members this weekend on farce of July, with all respect, because like Lana Peltier said, we got to keep fighting, but in a nonviolent way with education. Our pin is our bow and arrow, and we will do that. And we still have Thomas Jefferson, and we have Abraham Lincoln hung 38 plus 2 Lakotas. How can we honor that? How can we honor all these white supremacist school names in Anaheim? We have to change that and get ethnic studies and add Native American history and teach the students, because that will create a high self-esteem. Like Homo the Jaguars would be a good example for Anaheim High School, not the colonists. The colonists is ICE. ICE is the colonists. And hopefully, Jessica Guerrero, I don't know who to vote for you, but we'll see. And actions speak louder than words. Con todo respeto. O Mateo.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone who joined us for public comments. We'll now move on to superintendent and staff report. Dr. Freed.
Thank you. Make sure it's on. I appreciate that. So first of all, I wanted to start, I see Ram. So Ram, I want to thank you for speaking. I know as a student it takes courage to come up and speak. So thank you. And just for the board, I know I can't comment on the things that Ram specifically said, but I do want you to know that our district, Amy Kwan, Adam Hernandez, have been working with Jennifer Brown, along with Poppy Hill regarding the support of Ram. So I just want you to be aware of that. Secondly, as Joe Carmona mentioned, we have our Leadership Advance coming up in a couple weeks, and so I'm really excited about the work that we have in store for our site leadership teams and the way that they're prepping for the start of the school year. They'll have a lot of time to work together in their planning, but also making sure that we're setting the stage for the expectations and the tone that we want to set for the start of the school year. So I'm going to share that with you. And then third, I wanted to share an update as it relates to mental health. So as you know, we hired Tess Melendez to serve as our new Director of Wellness and Mental Health. But as a district, there's a number of things that we've been doing over the last several years to really ramp up the work in that area. And so one of them is, as you know, with our social workers, our counselors, and our psychologists, along with now the wellness coaches that we got through a grant. We're building more intentional systems in the way that we work to support students before issues become available. We have our EMT, or the educationally monitoring team, that we have in place, and that's a system that we've been building so things don't just happen by chance. There's a process that we go by where data is reviewed regularly by the site leadership teams, where they're looking at not just attendance data and grade data, but they're looking at disciplinary data. They're looking at comments that we see in the visit screens. And so based on the things that we're seeing, there's academic and there's behavioral concerns, right, that get parsed out to different staff based on the issues, needs, or concerns that we're seeing. There's also a referral process where the sites have been engaging, and we have, as you know, a mental health task force where the counselors, psych, social workers, along with administrators, have come together to develop protocols and a process for that referral process. So when there's a suicide risk assessment need to be done, the staff has been informed on how to go about that, and that's been done for the last several years, in addition to some proactive programs and things that we have. As you know, there's a lot of clubs that we have on our campuses. An example is Nobody Eats Alone. We have a number of things on campus, along with our athletic and VAPA programs that provide students an opportunity. And lastly, one of the things that we do is try to integrate this work into the classroom. So, because that's where the students spend the majority of their time. And so with our approach to teaching and learning, specifically around the 5 C's, that 5th C, the compassion and kindness and character, that's integrated into the classroom instruction. So when teachers are integrating our civic engagement work, where students are empowered to use their voice, that's part of the lesson design. So those are things that we're doing, and when you think about that approach to teaching and learning, where it's still connected to the content, that creates an environment in the classroom, especially around the Capturing Kids' Hearts and other things that we've done in our school sites, where we really worked hard to create that community feel. That's where you see that support and that integration happening seamlessly. So it's not today we're going to work on mental health and tomorrow we're going to work on math. It's integrated into what we're doing when we're teaching the math or teaching the science or teaching the social science. So I'm really proud of the work that we've done, but we still have work that we're doing to continue to beef up and strengthen that program. But I want to make sure you had that update. And then lastly, as you know, we have Gear Up at 3 of our schools, Luera High School, Anaheim High School, and Catella High School. And so also in the following week, we have members from the Luera, Anaheim, and Catella teams who are going to be going to Washington, D.C. as a part of that grant. The grant covers the costs, where we go through professional learning, work with other Gear Up schools and contingencies across the nation. This is the largest bipartisan grant that the government has given over the years. We've been engaged with Gear Up and Cal State Fullerton for over 25 years. I know Board President Guerrero is deeply connected to Gear Up. And so this is something that we've been engaging. I just want you to know that conference is coming up, where we'll engage with them, and then we'll bring back our learning with all of our schools, because we believe that the work we do with some, we try to apply to all. So I just want to give you those updates. So thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Nian?
No report tonight, thank you.
Dr. Report. Thank you. Moving on to our items of business. 9.1 Revised Board Policy 6603.01 Health and Welfare Benefits from Management Employees upon retirement from district service, first reading. This is an informational item, so if anyone would like to make comments or questions
Thank you.
on this.
Nope.
I would like Dr. Nian, if you could provide a.
Yes, so I have some background
synopsis,
information. So tonight, the board policy we're taking is for the unrepresented management employees only, as all bargaining groups will need to negotiate prior to any changes. So just want to be very clear. The reason why we're taking this at this time is because these group of employees are considered unrepresented. So we can basically just you can assign us, I guess, I'm also one of the represent this. Our goal, so this is the first reading only. There will be a second reading in August. What our goal is to bring all represented groups in August. Okay, so that board policy will be, the board policy is 6317.32. That's a fringe in benefits for classified and certificated. Our goal is to bring that to the board after signing off with all bargaining groups prior to the August board meeting. We'll bring that policy then to the board, and that will be the first and final reading for that policy. So both policies will go in place at the same time.
Okay.
So the reason why we're doing this is because usually we have 2 readings. But because of the timing, it's over summer, we don't have all the, right now, we need to make sure that we get all the bargaining to come back and then to sign off on those contracts, because their contract has to be negotiated. Then once we negotiate with them, once we take the board policy, then you will go to inside their contract. But management has no contract, and that's why it's part of the board policy.
Because
So-
we're
Just
usually
to-
a Me Too district.
Correct, and
Whatever
yes, and
happens with one happens
we
with
have
all.
a Me Too, so we just want to make sure, because traditionally, we have done a 2-step process. And we want to make sure we're doing this early enough so that people can start thinking about it, right? So we are one of the districts that has the most requirements to have the bridging benefits. So most districts are 5 or 10 years. We're at 15 years. We are the outlier. And age-wise as well, a lot of districts are at 55. And so right now we're at 60. And so, once we do this, there will be a cost, and we know that, but there's also going to be savings. There are people who retire, they're getting more salaries, and we will have savings in those salaries. So we are very aware the costs and benefits for the program we're bringing in. So, but we're also, once we start the program, then we will be able to calculate the savings as well.
So Dr. Nian, these 21 doesn't mean, those are the ones that are eligible.
Thank
and
you.
doesn't mean that they're taking it.
Yeah. Correct. So
it could be
anybody-
2 people or.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. And so, yes, we also have we have the number for all groups that are eligible,
Yes.
okay? And it does not mean that they would take it, because a lot of people have different reasons. It could be their second career, they have families that, that they need to provide benefits. So this may not help them as much, right? So they could continue working. And some people love to work. We have people, they are with us for a long, long time, and they're actually working for free since they could be collecting retirement. But, people have different reasons. But this would definitely, I think, put us in line with all the other districts as well. And this was going to be for all employees for our district who are eligible under our plan. So there are some employees that may not be eligible, but anybody who's eligible under this plan.
So to reiterate, I know, so the policy hasn't been updated since 2007, and currently it's
For that group, yes.
Yes,
And
for that group, at age 60 with 15 years of service. So we're looking to update the policy to age 57 with 8 years to better
Correct,
support
yes.
our
And-
employees. Okay.
Yes, and the other policy, the fringe benefits under 6317.32, I'm assuming it was updated on July 1st, 1975.
So this is to help our employees.
Yes, so
as they
that's for the
prepare.
rest of the classified and certificated bargaining group. So our goal would be to align both, right, since that's our goal. And so it's not going to be one or the other. It's going to be everybody coming in August. And our goal is to work with all the associations so they can come together and sign off on this. This will be a benefit, so I'm hoping that everyone will be very happy to have this. So it's not going to be something that it's a benefit to the employees.
It's my understanding that we've heard from a number of employees that have brought this to our attention, saying that they want to
Yes, and we have. So in our health benefits committee
yeah,
as
insurance
well, and I
committee,
think the two board members that serve on the committee can also attest to that. And we have a lot of staff that come through that have said, oh, you know, because of the 60 year, I can't go. And we're like, okay, so we have heard a lot of that. So this will give us time. So between August 6th to, it's not gonna go in effect until December 1st. But we do need time to process everybody's paperwork, right? And there could be some retirements at the end of the semester. So this gives us internal staff time to process all the paperwork as well.
And can you say that again about us being an outlier?
Yes, so most districts, the retirement requirements about age 55 with either 5 or 10 years.
Okay.
So we are 60 years old with 15 years of service to
So
district.
people cannot retire until
Well, they could, but they would not get the
wouldn't get
bridging
the health
benefits
insurance.
until the Medicare. So I want to be very clear, the bridging is only until you're 65. So once you hit Medicare, then you're off the plan, and you can choose to be on the plan. You just have to pay your
There will
portions
be a
of it.
cost.
There will be a cost, and we do have a lot of employees, retired employees, that continue to choose our plan. Since we work really hard in this district, you know, with our health benefits committee to give the best plan for our staff, and so we do have people that continue to stay on the plan, but they pay for it.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, this is informational. 9.2, school connected organizations. This is action item.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions?
So I just want to clarify, all of these, everybody renews their Booster Club application every year.
Correct, and so we're taking in different batches depending when they complete. They also have to give us a lot of required information, which our controller, Joe Comona, in his office, they make sure everything is proper before we put them on here. And we offer the training in March. It's in person as well, and so we make sure everybody come at the same time. So, so this is the next batch, and I think there's still probably some stragglers that's not here yet, so we probably will be taking more as they come, because some sports are later in the year, so maybe they're not like thinking, oh, they're gonna do it now, but we encourage everybody to try to get them done like early in the school year as well.
I like to see the consistency this year. Before, if some was handwritten, you couldn't, it was not as professional, and this is very nice.
Okay, thank you.
I also want to commend you guys too, because I think, with booster organizations, I mean, you always get a whole new set of new officers and things that have to do with like treasuries and just being in compliance. So I like that we can now have a conversation to build the capacity of people coming up through those positions, and we'll have consistency through what we're doing. So thank you, Mr. Carmona.
Yeah, and our booster clubs they are now making sure that all fundraisers are it's for the whole team. So now as a song mom, I get to see what they all do. I was like, oh, they're doing it properly. It's great. So I'm seeing that as a firsthand as a parent in our district. So I'm very excited.
I have a question about the dates. If they've gone through the process and they've had the workshop with you, is this a new batch for the new year? They have to
every year.
Every year. So they should do this before they do any fundraising.
Yes.
Correct. Yes. And so we only request at least one person. So it's not you need your entire team. Just need one person. And so So we do encourage that. And if they miss it, we always find opportunities to make sure that they get that information as well. So, but, please, we advertise it months in advance. Like starting January, we already advertise the dates. And so, every board meeting, we send out additional information through our email blast system, through Parent Square. So there's a lot of, we try to remind everybody for that as well. So we want to make sure that, anybody, I probably got like 8 emails just about that, but it's quite a bit. But we really just want people to make sure they have the opportunity to come. And if they can't, they can let us know and we can work with them as well. So we've done that as well. So Joe's office have done very, very well with that. And, it's a lot of extra work, but we just want everybody to be compliant because a lot of times maybe they forgot to file taxes or they forgot something. And if you don't have the proper paperwork with us, we know that you didn't finish your paperwork. So I think this is also for us to make sure we're protecting our kids and our families as well.
Thank you.
Any other question? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
It's 5-0. 9.3, agreement purchase through public corporation or agency, Parent Square Inc.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions?
We just saw another reason of how important that is, Parent Square. Getting news out to the majority of our parents. As long as they've signed up, we can get messages to them.
Do they have to sign up? Okay, how is that process if they don't know what they don't know? How do we get them to sign up?
So when you get the email and then you click on that, so it's the email that comes out on your email, and then you just click on it, and then if you don't have an account, then it will ask you to create a new account. Otherwise, a lot of times in your email, it already has the information, so you don't actually have to go to Parent Square. You can actually see the information on the email it comes through. But Parent Square has all the other, like, the older things and everything else too. So, if you're not as good on tech, you can always just read the email. Most of the information's on there.
That's good, because I'm not good at tech.
Well, then just read your email. That will work.
Is it language? Do we have it in different languages as well?
That I don't know because I read the English version. So
I believe 191 languages are covered through the Parent Square app. So it's with parent and family engagement being one of our priorities, it's obviously connected to our community school approach. The Parent Square platform, which was part of Aries, it helps us communicate effectively with our families in their home language.
Thank you. Any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
It's 5-0. 9.4, agreement Marachi Heritage Society.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions?
I just want to quickly share
Go ahead.
that I'm very proud that when I was at Anaheim Elementary, this is something I advocated for, and if passed, this would move on to Ball Junior High. I think it's just important that we have culture responsive music in addition to our amazing music programs. And I know that it's not just about the music, but it's the history, it's the clothing, it's just a whole thing that I think is a beautiful addition to our programs.
Yes, I will echo that. I also want to thank our community schools and VAPA team for their work on this initiative. Bringing a marching program to AUHC, I know has been one of our many goals. I actually attended one of Anaheim Elementary's performances at Westmont Elementary, so I'm very excited that this is now brought to AUHSD and just really excited for this partnership. But I did want to ask how the students would be recruited.
Yes, the same question.
Awesome, because I know it'll be hosted at Ball Junior High School.
Same question.
But I love that. But open to across our district.
Yeah, so thank you for saying that. So yes, the program is actually hosted at Ball Junior High, but it's accessible for students across our district. And I believe there's an application process. Students who are interested, whichever school they go to, they go through the process to be put into the program. It's very similar to what Anaheim Elementary School District did with their program with South After School. And then, I think based on what we've seen with Anaheim Elementary, I think the target is around 40 students based on what we know. But obviously, we're not capped at 40, I don't believe. So it's just that's based on the history of what we see at Anaheim Elementary. We assume it'll be comparable, but if not, if it's more, then we have the ability to increase it. But the students submit interest, and then just like Anaheim Elementary, because it's an after-school program, students do get themselves to and from the program just like they do in Anaheim Elementary. But we have been working with the company. I know there's the musical instruments that we're bringing. So our hope is to continue the tradition that we saw begin at Anaheim Elementary and just continue on through that community school mindset, right? That this is something that is of value to our community, is important. We recognize the cultural responsiveness and just the significance. So that's why we're really grateful to be able to bring this program to our district and support our students.
Hopefully to high school in the future. I just watched a show a couple years ago where there are like teams of like mariachi programs that are competing across the nation. I mean, this is something that's happening across the United States, and I just want to share that I'm very supportive of it. Sorry, Ron.
So, well, my question is, how are these 40 students selected too? Because like in a mariachi group, there's violinists and there's trumpets, and we don't need 30 violinists, and and we need some singers, and so my question is that, and is it also open to junior high and high school kids?
So Mr. Belsky, our Director of Arts Education, is going to come up to speak more
Mr.
deliberately
Belsky, you
about
know
that.
this then,
Welcome
because
to-
you can't have in a marching band, you can't have like a whole 90 drummers in there that want to play drums. So you have
Not if
to
you
have
wanna win.
some low brass, right?
To answer the question about eligibility and how it's going to be selected, we don't know how many students are interested. We know that our best guess, our best estimate is that target of around 40. But Mariachi Heritage Society can be flexible in terms of number of students they're going to instruct per group and all of that. In terms of the numbers, part of their if these students have come from the Anaheim Elementary programs, then they are actually used to learning more than one thing, so that they are able to be flexible. And we're also anticipating that there's going to be students that have not participated in that, and there's going to be the full time. It's going to allow us to sort of determine what the group needs and be able to sort of adjust it based on that. But that's the nice thing is especially in its first year, we're not looking to take this out on the competitive circuit. We're looking to build foundational skills and cultural
Not yet.
relevance, and not yet. You know how we are, but it's most important to be able to make sure that the kids have a great experience, and we have flexibility in each section.
Do you have an instructor selected, and what days you're going to be having this? Because I think because of the schedule, kids might not be able to participate because they might be involved in sports or something.
And that's true.
So
Twice a week after
yeah.
school. Twice a week after school. I'm not sure if it's Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday. I think we targeted Tuesday, Thursday, but we also have to depend on the availability of the instructional team from the mariachi group. So I don't know where we landed. Honestly, I think we were going to take an interest survey from the students and also find out what their availability is, because if we have the ability to be flexible to make sure that we maximize the enrollment, then we will. So
very good.
I'm not jumping ahead of the gun or anything like that, but would it be possible to do maybe an introduction on a Saturday academy to expose students to the mariachi, so they might have a chance to do hands-on?
I don't see why not.
Like some kind of a workshop.
Promotion.
Yeah, I think that would be a cool idea. We can talk with them because they're already as part of this agreement that you're voting on. They are also talking about additional performances and additional opportunities to engage different students and that they wouldn't ordinarily work with, and that might fit in nicely. So.
Yeah, and what about transportation?
Transportation is not a part of it. So again, it's just like with the Mariachi All-Stars in Anaheim Elementary, all of those students' families need to get them to a particular site to be able to rehearse that. So that's not, especially knowing that it's going to be right after school, that's going to be hugely impacted time, right, with home to school as well as all of our athletics and VAPA events. So it wasn't something that we could provide in this first year agreement.
Well, thank you for starting it.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
thank you for all your work on this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll invite you.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
5-0. 9.5, agreement, Buck Hill Design and Events.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor vote aye.
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 It's 5-0. 9.6, Agreement Imagine Learning LLC.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? I did want to ask Dr. Freed if you could provide an overview.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Thank you, Board President Guerrero. And just as a reminder to the board, one of the goals that we've been working on more aggressively in the past few years, and intentionally even this coming year, is the way that we support math in the classroom. So without compromising our drivers, but really trying to find ways to help students continue to perform at higher levels as we engage with them in math. And so as it relates to this project, or this piece, Imagine Learning is one of our 3 math instruction material programs that the Math Adoption Task Force chose to pilot. So we have a math task force. It's comprised of about 34 teachers that represent all of our schools, not Hope School, but all of our other schools, and it includes teachers who are part of our inclusive classrooms with students with an IEP, and also part of our dual language academy, because sometimes math is the class that's taught in Spanish, for example, and we want to make sure the materials can be used to support students in those programs. They've engaged in a year-long process with this company to meet the monthly full-day workshops, that include professional learning on the math standards, mathematical practices, and that shared consensus building around instructional materials being vetted. And so this Imagine Learning is being piloted as a part of the work that the task force did, as both the junior high and the high school levels, and the material will be piloted across Math 7 and Math 8, and also in high school, Math 1, Math 2, and Math 3 classes. The pilot will include general education, co-taught, and STC classes, and the teachers who are piloting, and this is an important piece because one of the things that we've challenged all of our divisions, both ed services, HR, and business, that when we bring, whether it's materials, consultants, contracts, or service providers forward to the board, if it's something that we're wanting to renew, we want to make sure that we're collecting evidence of impact. Because if it's not working, then why are we going to continue to pay money for the service? Right, so we want to make sure that we're doing that. So as a part of this pilot, with the leadership of Katie Childers, and I see Diana Fujimoto here, they've actually are implementing a process by which the teachers submit evidence who are participating in the pilot on a biweekly schedule via a Google form. And so over the course of the pilot, they're going to be collecting evidence that will guide the development of the task force to focus on gathering whether or not we want to use this, how it's supporting our plurilingual students, how it's supporting students with an IEP, foster youth, McKinney-Vento, et cetera. And so this is going to be important for us as we look for world connections, the support of the mathematical discourse, because remember, it's not just about math calculations, it's also the conceptual piece, right? Making sure they understand why the equation is what it is and how they solve problems, right? That critical thinking that we talk about in our district. And in alliance to the standards, which is also something that was important to us. And as you know, as a district, when we're going through textbook adoptions, it's also important to find materials that are aligned with the way that we approach teaching and learning. And so the task force uses this as a process to vet the materials. The one last thing I want to say as a summary, because it was brought up to me by someone, there was a concern that the textbook or the materials may have an AI bot that supports students. That is absolutely not true. All the vendors that as textbook adoptions continue to evolve, especially in the light of AI, they typically have an AI service, as this one does, but it's for the staff. Right? It helps to assess student work. It develops problems of practice for students based on the trends and patterns that the teacher's reporting. So it's used to help support the staff or the teacher, not to be interfacing with the student. As you know, anything we do with the AI that we support internally with the safeguards and guardrails in place is through Cadence, and that's where the students utilize the AI supports when we have them do things. But this is through the process with the pilot and the teachers who have that access. Hopefully that provides a helpful summary for all of you.
Thank you.
This is the year for our adoption for mathematics, though. Correct?
Yes. Yep.
And so those checks and balances each month will be really valuable for us to see what's working and what's not working.
Correct. And if you know our curriculum specialists, they're all amazing, but Katie in particular, she really, because there's a lot of materials out there, because in many districts, as you probably know, the tradition, and I think about my own experience as a student, the textbook often seemed to be the curriculum. Open your book, the teacher teaches a concept, do some practice problems, and then do this page, 1 through 50 odds or something like that, right? That's what we typically experience. But for us, the textbook is not the curriculum, it is a tool. It is a resource. And so especially when we think about our performance task assessments and things of that nature, it's important that we find a tool that is aligned to our drivers, but that doesn't compromise the learning in math, and that creates a tool to help support our students through the process. So Katie and the task force has been looking with great intention as they're identifying materials to bring forward.
Dr. Freed, how many people are on this task force?
34, I believe, off of memory.
Okay, and they're
And they represent all of our
They
schools minus
from
Hope.
all of our schools.
I asked that question too, and I see Anaheim, Ball, Brooker, Cypress, Dale, Gilbert, Catella, Kennedy, Lexington, Luera, Magnolia, Orange View, Oxford, Savannah, South Sycamore, and Walker and Western. So all represented. And this came from the teachers from that task force. And I also asked when they meet and how long they meet. And it's once a month, and it's a full day workshop. That's pretty impressive for the math teachers to get together to do this intensive work. And for them to all agree.
Correct. Consensus is not easy, but we work through it. And as you all know, these teachers who are on the task force, their responsibility isn't just to be on the task force. When they're representing their schools, much like the department chairs when they come to their monthly department chair meetings, there's an expectation that they go back and communicate with the sites, right? There's a systems piece. We can't bring every single math teacher down, but when we bring representatives, they're expected to go back and communicate with their colleagues. And there's a back and forth communication. So even as questions come in from the teachers who aren't on the task force, though their colleagues can come to that task force and bring those questions for the group to wrestle with. So it's intended to be a back and forth system to support this work.
Also, I'm sorry, Jessica, it's also apropos to report that this is an LCAP goal for us to, and this really helps us focus on students with disabilities, foster youth, and McKinney-Vento students.
Correct.
Thank you. Any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor, vote aye.
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 It's 5-0. Moving on to our consent calendar. Any members wishing to pull?
10, 15, 16, 17, please.
15, 16, 17. I'm pulling 10.34.
Motion for the balance.
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Taking item 10.15, 10.16, 10.17 together.
Yes,
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions?
Aye.
That's 401.
Yep.
10.34.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. That is our AVID program. I just wanted to give a shout out to Dan Fujimoto. Thank you for your work on this. Excited that Magnolia High School will now be part of the AVID program, and I know some of our teachers and staff from Magnolia High School will be participating in the Summer Institute to get the training for the program. Just wanted to give that a shout out as a proud product of the AVID program from the school district. Thank you. Any other comments, questions? Seeing none, all in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Moving on to advanced planning. Our next meeting of the Board of Trustees will be held on Thursday, August 6th at 6 p.m. Taking 11.2, any suggested agenda items? Seeing none, do I have a motion for
Move to
adjournment?
adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 7:47 p.m. Thank you, everyone.
If you ever want cough drops,